have a feeling Philippa has a handle on the rest.
Here's hoping you're right.
Well, she clearly wanted those other two, so... yeah, sure. Also, I now realize that I've been snooping around in your house and actually... stole everything that wasn't nailed down. Yay me. Hey, work's on in the mines. The monsters were exterminated and the breaches they had used to enter the mine shafts were collapsed. There was nothing else to do but head to Cecilburg for the rewards. Vergen regained its mines. The Elder was pleased and rewarded our hero, with not too much, but it was at least something, and we had a nice adventure with the boys. Now, subterranean life. In the darkest depths of the mine, where bats stumble over moles, Geralt finally found the herb. He headed for the surface, content that he could now focus on searching for the remaining ingredients. Hatred symbolized. Cecil did not disappoint. He knew a lot and gladly shared his knowledge. The alderman told Geralt that the symbol of hatred could only be the sword of the infamous Vandergrift, bearing the dreaded but fitting name of Hatred. Unfortunately, the blade belonged to Saskia the Dragon Slayer, who had been poisoned and lay dying. Though the Witcher had stolen from the dead or dying in the past, in this instance he decided to stay his hand, especially because we want to keep Saskia friendly and all those around her, so yeah. And death symbolized. After hearing the Witcher out, Cecil Burden stroked his beard and began his tale of the Dun banner. The Dun was a unit of Kedweni light cavalry, known far beyond the borders of Hansel's kingdom. Its soldiers had taken part in the battle, and their standard, easily recognized by any veteran of the North, could very well be the symbol of death. The unit's standard was buried in the forest crypt, alongside the fallen soldiers. The Witcher had to find the tomb and the artifact. And I think we have a lot more to do in the nearby future. Oh, there's just so many quests still remaining. Now, in the meantime, with several more quests left to complete, I'm seeing Bring It on Vergen, realizing I need to talk to Yarpen and Sheldon, because they are gonna be arm wrestling with me, and I want to get the crown and everything like that. So, not really the crown, but I want the title. So, Yarpen, you're probably in the inn. Wait for me. Greetings, friends. Do you still have a table free? I kinda need to defeat you two, pummel you into the ground. In regards to arm wrestling. But first, how are things?
How are you, Sheldon?
Better than at Brenna, though we've quite a rumble ahead of us. But I promise you this, we'll kick Henselt's arse and send him scurrying back to Kedwen.
Oh, that's good. Well, are you up for some arm wrestling?
Zoltan says your company are true arm wrestling masters.
Unbeatable, last I recall.
We'll see about that.
So, care to check if that's still true?
Sounds good. Ready to take me on?
Oh, I'm ready. Definitely.
Give me your best shot.
And give me all your money. Okay, we don't do the whole betting stuff. Okay, fine by me. I mean, I'm gonna win anyway. So, it's all about getting that title. So, let's do this. Perfect. Okay, I have to admit...
Look, another one.
It's getting a little bit more difficult.
Son of a bitch.
Thanks.
You should take on Scalen. He beat me and Yarpen, and now beats his chest over it. The old company would be in your debt if you thrashed him.
Jealous bunch, aren't you?
Well, I'll certainly see about that. But, Sheldon. I still need to defeat Yarpen, so...
Who's
friend.
this, my failing eyes spy? Geralt of Rivia visiting old Yarpen Zegrin.
Yeah, how's the training coming along?
Getting anywhere with the new recruits?
Like whores in a brothel. They're plowing away at full speed.
That's good.
Saskia's army's full of men better at holding their pricks and a weapon.
Oh boy.
The Zoltan and I are helping them catch up. Most importantly, they don't lack spirit.
They won't defeat Henselt's regulars with zeal alone.
We'll show you what an army facing either victory or death is capable of. For we've no other choice, Geralt.
That's true, and when you have no choice, you fight like there's no end. What's Philippa up to?
I've been trying to figure out what Philippa Eilhart's doing in all this mess.
Same thing as always. Conspiring until she gets her pubes in a knot.
I know you hate sorceresses, but try to put your animosity aside.
Oh, we hate them. That's a fact. But why do you think that is? It's not because of their secret knowledge or their nice tits. Their hearts are full of dung, Geralt. Mark my words.
You exaggerate.
No, maybe not all of them. But Isleheart's the worst. Need I remind you how she peddled her ass to Dijkstra just to learn the plans of the Redanian intelligence service? Everyone in Vergen knows she's not into cock. I tell you this, it's her ilk that caused the ruckus on Thanad Island. Think she's any different here? I'm crap at talking, Geralt, but you do all right. So I'd appreciate, soon as Saskia's better, slip a word in her ear to watch out for Philippa.
Yeah. Out of all the sources that we have encountered, Triss is the only one who has actually been kind. Although even Triss has plans and everything like that. It's like, all the scheming involved. Yeah, I'm not good with that. Anyway, where were you in Rivia 5 years ago when they stuck a pitchfork in my guts? I mean, the farmer.
Were you in Rivia when I got caught on that pitchfork?
Was I? Fuck, Wolf, I saw you die. I didn't see the little bastard who took you for a haystack, but I swear it looked like you weren't going to make it. So I'm well glad you managed to lick your wounds.
I don't know if it taught me anything.
Come on, it had to. Not many have survived their own death.
You haven't noticed that I'm pissing up wind again, fighting for a cause that isn't mine?
No, I haven't. A free upper Aedirn is in the interests of any decent fellow.
Although I am sticking my neck into places where it technically doesn't really belong. I mean, all I want to do is help people in regards to slaying monsters, and that's what I'm doing. But I got stuck in this entire mess because of Letho. Do you remember Brenna?
Did you fight at Brenna?
Oh, fuck. I knows you've got amnesia, but you could have remembered that.
Maybe.
It was a beautiful day. On one side, 40,000 black ones.
Whoa.
On the other, us, the Nordlings together. The Redanians led by De Ruyter on the left, the Temerian regiments in the middle, and us on the right. The Mahakam Volunteer Army. All dwarves. Even the likes of Cohor must have shit his britches at the sight of us.
He hardly lacked courage as I heard it.
All right, brave bastard, that's true. Prefer to die than run like a rat. I don't believe I've ever seen a bigger melee, except maybe 3 years ago here at Vergen. Would have managed that day too, even without the magic. That burning shit that fell from the sky. Why, even the Dun banner knelt before us when we brought our battle axes down.
Some say not one of the Dun banners survived. Any truth to that?
Biggerhorn nabbed the survivors as they fled south. But most men of the banner lie in the catacombs, along with their standard. The Dun banner. What the hell kind of name is that for a unit anyway? It's as if they couldn't get their fucking flag clean.
That's dung, not done. Anyway, friend, would you like some arm wrestling?
Zoltan claims you can arm wrestle like no one else.
He's right. Did he tell you I beat him?
Omitted that bit somehow.
Somehow.
Fart.
Want to wrestle me?
I'm ready for your challenge always. So?
Let's do it.
Show me what you got.
But as I said, these arm wrestle matches, they're still manageable, and I'm still winning them. But even so, I can notice how they are getting a little bit more difficult. Just a tiny bit. So I'm worrying about those that will appear in the future.
Listen, Scale and Burden beat all our old company, and the Git's bragging about it right and left. Someone needs to knock him down a peg. Make it worth your while.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so, defeat Scale and Burden at arm wrestling. Hi, friend, how are you doing? The mine is safe now. Just so you know.
The mine's safe again. Any plans to do something with it?
Course. Soon as the battle's done, we'll resume digging. Shame to let those rich deposits go to waste. My uncle says they'll put Vergen right back on his feet. Zoltan's talking about a shared enterprise or some such. He's to manage operations with my uncle as general overseer. We just got to save the town first.
Yeah, save the town first, then go back to the mines, do your thing. Do not enter those lower levels that have been blocked off. Because you will have to pay me double if I have to fix stuff again. Okay?
Double? I'd at least demand triple the payment. It's not like you didn't warn them, so if they foolishly mess up again, they'd better be willing to pay the jackpot.
In any case, want to arm wrestle?
Hey, Scalen, wanna arm wrestle?
I really like to wrestle, but...
But... Can we do this?
Show me what you're made of.
Come on.
Alright. Want to take me on?
Oh yes. Let's arm wrestle,
Show
friend.
me what you're made of.
I feel bad about defeating this guy. Constantly. Okay, no. Okay, this is what I mean. I'm beginning to lose my mojo just a little bit because these arm wrestle matches are getting harder and harder. That's what I mean. Ah, okay. See, that's... Oh God, 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 God. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We got this. We got this. Ah. I did it.
I believe I'd split
That was
a hole with
difficult.
my dick sooner than I'd beat you at arm wrestling.
I guess
Probably.
that makes me the new champion of Vergen.
Yay me.
No shame in losing to the White Wolf.
Good
Though
that you
there's
know.
one who could still be a match for you.
Oh God.
Who?
The mighty Numa.
Numa?
I wrestled him in Kovir. Couldn't move my arm for the next week. They say he don't play fair. But that's just losers talking. You ever wrestle him? Give him my regards.
I will.
Kovir. Or the mighty Numa. Interesting? Where the hell am I going to find him? In any case, Bring Down Vergen has been completed, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. In any case, Geralt did not have much free time, but he liked to have his fun. After besting Zoltan and Chivay at arm wrestling, the dwarf told him of the exploits of his old crew. Stories about dwarven grit convinced the Witcher to take on Jarpen Zikrin and Sheldon Skaggs. Geralt bested Sheldon Skaggs quite easily, and in the process he learned about Scalen Burden, who had no equal at arm wrestling. The dwarves encouraged Geralt to challenge Scalen to a match and defeat him. And Geralt bested Jarpen as well, though not without effort. Incidentally, he learned that Scalen Burden, the alderman's nephew, was a local arm wrestling champion, a fact that was grating on the old crew's nerves. Taking Scalen down a peg would earn the Witcher the eternal gratitude of Zoltan's friends. The name of the eldest nephew followed Geralt like stench follows an army. Zoltan's friends insisted the Witcher should tackle Scalen Burden. Scalen Burden lost to Geralt after a long and grueling duel. The Witcher went back to see Jarpen and Sheldon to learn exactly what eternal gratitude meant. First, however, he heard the story of mighty Numa, a legendary arm wrestling champion. The Witcher hoped to meet the strongman one day and see if he really did dope himself up as the dwarves claimed. Geralt tests his hand often and never lost his strength. That's mutant stamina for you. Defeated all the dwarves, including the best among them, Scalen Burden. Yay! Now, friends, I did what you asked. Is there a reward involved? I mean, I pretty much thrashed Scalen.
Consider Scalen humbled.
Always told the old fart he was shite. You're a good sort, Geralt. Here's a rune stone from the company to improve your weapons.
Oh, thank you. Fire rune. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Sheldon, do you have anything else to say? I beat Scalen at arm wrestling.
I taught Scalen a lesson.
Did you beat him?
Yup.
Heard his joints crack.
Ooh.
Probably already has a compress of firm young tits on his arm.
Nah, he's
In
still
any
sitting
case,
there.
I'm grateful and want you to have this rune stone.
All the rune stones. Earth rune. Nice. Zoltan?
Geralt, first throat of the Witcher's Guild. Finally, a drink with someone worth talking to.
Short on company?
What can Jarpen tell me? I prefer listening to horses fart.
Yikes. I can still arm wrestle you. I know they play dice. Let's talk about Vergen and Ponto Valley. Do you know Vergen's history by any chance? I'm still learning.
Vergen seems like an ancient town. Do you know its history?
It's one of the mining colonies Mahakam established. There were lots of them just 500 years ago. Now they're mostly in ruins. It was the first town where dwarves and humans began working side by side. For the past 3 years, it's been a symbol of our common death.
Okay. Still, I like this town. I like it a lot better than Flotsam, let's say that. Also, Jorvin has changed a lot. He used to be extremely grumpy, especially when we first met him, but hanging around a little bit with him, he seems nice.
Jorvin seems to have changed. Have you noticed?
How? Has his arse grown fatter in Saskia's keep?
An elf who was the greatest foe of humans will now fight for their freedom. Doesn't that surprise you?
Only harpies don't change their minds. I'm no expert on elves, but as I see it, he's got a stiffy for Saskia.
High possibility.
Jorvin?
He stood all gentle as a lamb in council, stealing glances at her tits. When she spoke to him, he looked as happy as a fool whittling a wooden toy.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. And as you know, I'm tracking the Kingslayers.
The Kingslayer's trail has gone cold. Have you heard anything?
No one could sneak into Bergen. We watched day and night. Anyway, who would they come for here? Stennis?
Saskia.
Why so keen on capturing the assassin of kings?
I need to claim my name. Also because he knows my past, which is interesting, and I want to know my past, because I don't know why he kills as well. I'd say all three of these, but first and foremost I need to clear my name. As long as I'm being suspected of killing King Foltest, I can't go anywhere.
Because I'm innocent.
The wise among us know that, and I wouldn't listen to the fools.
I can only prove my innocence by dragging in the real culprit. No other way.
And if we're going to manage that, that's gonna be the question. Anyway, let's talk about Vergen and the Pontar Valley.
I wanted to talk to you about the Free State of Vergen. We haven't had the occasion somehow.
True.
Do you buy into Saskia's ideals?
That's a long
Are you
pause.
asking me if I believe what she says, or if I believe she'll be successful?
Both.
Saskia's no liar, that's a fact. But whether we'll manage, who can tell? One thing is sure, we'll never know if we never try.
That's
For
true.
now, a great battle awaits. A battle in which elf, dwarf, and human will stand side by side. And that is beautiful in itself.
It's also the biggest potential weakness.
Nothing unites folk like shared death. I believe those who survive will honor the deaths of their comrades.
If they win.
Even if they don't. News spreads fast. Others will follow in our footsteps.
What happens here in the coming days is gonna be very important in that regard. If people learn about humans, dwarves, and elves working together. That's a story for the bards. Dandelion, do your thing! And I know they play dice here, but still, do they play dice here?
Any idea where I can play dice around here?
Try the blacksmith's helper.
I might have already kicked his ass. Anyway, I have already faced you in arm wrestling, so I'm good. I'm definitely good. Now, for our next activity, I kind of want to go and leave Vergen. I want to see what's outside, as long as we don't get into trouble with the whole battle stuff. But Elias, over there, our friend, with flickering hearts. Go to the burnt village or examine the corpses in the catacombs beyond Vergen. I want to go and do that. I don't really know what is where. That's with flickering heart, but that's also with flickering heart. I don't know what is where. Ooh, but
Don't try anything.
Don't try anything too. I'm bad at retorts. Horrible. Over here, I never actually went up here. Is that? Yeah, that is possible. Hi, friends. Thaggart's Palestrina.
Greetings.
Yeah, greetings. I love how defensible this part is, by the way. Like, this, with a strong door like that, that is perfect. Any enemy that tries to storm Vergen, yeah, they're gonna be in so much trouble. And also the fire pits and stuff for firing arrows and all that kind of stuff. This is the perfect defense. I thought I heard something. Circle of Endurance, Place of Power. Nice. That's at least something. Okay, so, up here, according to the map, there is something up here where we haven't gone before. So, the old gates.
And you, my love.
Don't bump your woman.
I don't have one. I don't know where she is.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't think we'll
Yes.
get through this.
Okay. Ooh, hi. Any interesting stuff? Elven Mason? No. Okay. I'm just gonna go into houses again. I'm gonna loot everything if no one is at home, because that's what I do. Especially when there's good stuff. Okay, cloth not really, but it's something, and most of this is just pure junk. I am gonna get overloaded again real quick like this. So, this whole with Flickering Heart, I don't know what the right way to go is. Reading up on stuff, I'm actually thinking, okay, the bodies are being brought into the catacombs in Vergen. However, the scene of the crime might be a little bit more important. Hi, Jorveth. I did not see you like that before. I mean, you always wear the eye patch, so...
Greetings, Gwynblade.
Greetings, Jorveth. I've got lots of questions. First off, why are you fighting for Saskia?
Tell me about this Dwan for whom the Scoia'tael are ready to do battle.
Saskia. She's no Dwan. Certainly not like the others. You've seen her. I doubt I need to explain.
She's fighting for a Pontar Valley for dwarves, elves, and humans alike. I thought you despised humans.
I may only be a warrior, but I'm no fool. This is the best we can hope for now. And it's better than the Valley of Flowers.
Okay, do you think we can win this war? I mean, the current odds? They're not looking in our favor.
You think you can repel Henselt's army?
No.
No?
What do you mean, no?
The fortifications and dwarven devices are simply not enough to hold off the Kedwenis. They are just too many.
Then...
What do you plan to do?
What do you plan to do?
You'll see. One thing I can promise. I won't break any pledge I've made.
Okay. Oh, I've got so many questions. I once knew another Scoia'tael, Yavin, that was all the way back in The Witcher 1, I believe. I did not assist him back then, I tried to stay neutral.
I once met another Scoia'tael leader.
Yavin. I knew him. He had beautiful dreams and desperately wanted me to share them. Asked the same of you, I heard.
You know a lot about me.
I try to know as much as I can. About everyone.
I'm a Witcher. I remain neutral. I didn't take his side.
Perhaps that is the correct attitude. Let things run their course. It's worse if we then wonder what could have been had we acted differently.
I try to avoid that. Decisions should be evaluated before they're made, not after.
How is it that we're on the same side today?
Because this time I was left no choice.
Today I have different goals and different allies.
And also because I want to clear my name, it was either you or Roach, and I kind of feel bad about leaving Roach behind, who might be on the other side of the mist.
Roach could be on the other side of the fog.
In that case, I'll finally get him. I came close in Flotsam.
Don't kill him, please. Have you been hunting him for long?
Been after him for a while.
Ever since he became leader of the Blue Stripes. During his first mission as commander, he ambushed one of my units, cut it down to the last elf. Surprised me for the first and last time. I've been more cautious since then.
Oh, I've noticed that. Is that when you swore revenge? And also, even when he's gone, there will be others, but... is that why you swore revenge?
So it's a personal matter. Vengeance. A theme straight out of Dandelion's ballads.
The safety of the Scoia'tael demands his death. Of the commanders first appointed to such units, he's the only one still alive.
I noticed there's no Temerian emblem in your collection.
We should not claim something's done when it is not.
But yeah, even when Roach is gone, I like Roach. I'd hate to see him die, let's be honest. But even when he's gone, there will still be others.
You do realize that a dozen others will replace him when he's gone. Possibly dirtier foes, possibly worse.
Better to have a known enemy, you say? That doesn't apply to Vernon. A more determined demon has never walked upon this earth. The longer he is active, the better he gets. I must put an end to it.
And there's really no talking you out of this, I guess. Well, fine. I have other questions anyway. What is Philippa doing in Vergen?
What could Philippa want? Why does she care about Vergen being free, independent?
Like all sorceresses, she likes to dabble in politics. Not one of them would hesitate to sacrifice another life if it furthered their goals.
Quite a one-sided opinion. All? None? Life's rather colorful. It's not all black and white.
Shades of grey, I think. I have no illusions about mages. You know the fate which the Queen of the Valley of Flowers reserved for the Alvan youth. Enid Anglina,
no.
known also as Francesca Finderbear, another sorceress. In exchange for the creation of an Alvan kingdom in Dolblathana, she sent the Scoia'tael to be butchered, while attacking Nilfgaard's foes from the rear. She had a chance to call it off. She could have opposed the Emperor of Nilfgaard and summoned the squirrels to defend the Valley of Flowers.
Why didn't she?
In the name of a higher purpose. It's what the Emperor wanted. That's why we became bandits after the war. That's why elves are dying, our young murdered by the likes of Roach. And that's why I cannot trust Philippa Eilhart.
Very understandable. Still, just make rational decisions, please, in the end. Don't do anything rash. Have you ever been to the Valley of Flowers?
Have you ever been to the Valley of Flowers?
Dolblathana is nothing more than a vassal state of the Nilfgaardian Emperor. They call it the land of free elves, but the Scoia'tael are not welcome. It's another in a string of painful lessons. But a free Pontar Valley could change that. It's been 5 years since the kingdom was established in Dolblathana. Over 2,000 elves have settled there. Do you know how many children they've produced?
No clue.
A dozen or so. It's no longer the Valley of Flowers. It's the Valley of Sterile Elders.
I'd love to see you tell Francesca that.
Okay, I wonder if we will ever visit the Valley of Flowers, Dolblathana. In any case, do you have any idea where Letho might be?
Anything new about Letho?
No, but I wager he's somewhere on the other side of the fog. I can feel it.
Ah, brilliant. So, why did you decide to work with Letho? Why?
You haven't had a chance to explain yourself. Your alliance with Letho. This is a good time.
I suppose I owe it to you, Garrett.
Kinda.
I don't know who they are exactly, nor who they're working for. I met Letho 2 months ago. He had escaped his pursuers in Edirn, found me and suggested we trade services. Our scouts and forest hideaways in exchange for the heads of Foltest and Henselt. A good offer to begin with that only became better when we revealed only part of our secrets. It then turned out that Letho was not alone. Seret and orcs were meant to kill Henselt. My warriors were to help them. As you know, this never came to pass.
Yeah, and now I kinda wish it did came to pass because Henselt is currently our enemy. If you were working for Saskia all this time, or wanted to work for Saskia all this time, a lot of chaos was caused by the death of Foltest. But at the same time, it would allow the rise of Vergen, so... even so. Foltest didn't need to die, in my eyes. Anyway, I'll see you around. Anyway, what I was trying to say before I found Yorveth, the whole idea of figuring out what happened, either we could go to the catacombs and see the corpses, or we go to the crime scene. Let's start with the crime scene first, then we can always return to Vergen later on and take a look. I want to leave Vergen for the time being, so...
Let's go drink, friends. I'm gonna get as drunk as a lord.
Why's that?
They stole it. The plowing bird stole it. My dream is gone.
What?
Then what's the grin for?
Night after night, I dreamed of my dead wife for years. Let's go for some liquor. Drinks on me.
Wait. I need to check up on something. There are many harpy species and all are kleptomaniacs, though some steal dreams instead of baubles. That can actually be a good thing indeed. Dreaming of your dead wife, being haunted by the... and then have that dream stolen from you. You no longer have to worry. Harpies aren't bad. At least, not all of them at least. What have we got over here? Greetings? Why are you all the way outside of town?
Greetings, Vatgern. I'm glad to see you again.
Again?
Flotsam? The fire? Funny how these things work. I'll never forget that.
You were from Flotsam?
Needless to say, I'm deeply indebted.
Sorry.
No need to be. But I feel I should pay you back somehow. I've started anew here, you know.
I
That
see.
always builds confidence. Sure I can't tempt you with something?
What do you sell? I mean, why are you outside of town? Why not inside? I mean, alchemy ingredients and crafting, I like it. You got some good stuff maybe. Do you have, by any chance? Yeah, you have. I'm going to take all of those. I really need them. It's wasting money, but I need that kind of stuff. And yeah, the rest you get normal stuff. That's no problem. That's good. I like it. Thank you. So, can we talk and also tempt?
Wait a minute. Is this what I think it is?
It is if you want it to be. We elves might seem strange by your standards. You saved my life. A bit of joy as recompense is not too much to ask.
No, that is not why I saved you, Motley.
That's not necessary.
As you wish. Though you realize I'll not offer again.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, well, you've got a nice little abode, but I'm still surprised by... Although Kira got... Yeah, I'm not gonna steal from her, but I just want to have a look. Why aren't you inside of Vergen? Okay, maybe I'm gonna steal something, depending on what you have. Anything interesting? You don't have anything? You're safe from being robbed. Let's say that. But this is a little outpost corner thing. You really should be in town, but okay, anyway, moving on. Harpies. I'm going to encounter those, and I'm gonna take that damage, power boost, circle of strength, liking that. So, we're gonna be dealing with harpies. Do I have to watch the skies all the time? Are they just going to swoop down?
Better keep an eye on the sky, for harpies are flying about. But also, who knows what other monsters we might encounter in this new area. We read about some, but a book is never close to the real deal.